underneath this hot tap, scalds the hand, moves it away straight away. Natural reaction, because we are tempted fate. Everyone got those? Want to move on? Yeah. Okay. So, bit of research. So, 82,248 work units, i.e. workplaces, including nearly 2 million employees, has confirmed a well-established connection between employee engagement and key performance outcomes. So every business has key performance indicators, sales, accounts, etc., etc. So this analysis was done all around that, and in terms of what engagement did, better engagement with the workforce, how that benefited the company. I just want to go through a few with you. First, about the top percentage difference between the bottom percentage. So, I'm not going to go through, apart from looking at the second from bottom one. Fewer safety incidents, 70%. So, out of everything, from operations, the biggest improvement from employee engagement was safety. Numbers are still numbers. Processes are still processes. Quality is still quality. But it's the zero by choice. Vision is what we're trying to achieve. And by getting better engagement with our employees, getting in there, getting dirty, is what we need to do. I don't know. We have a ceramics factory in Tamworth, and what this guy just kept bumping his head and putting his hand in this and the other. So do you know what I did? Did this shit for a day. Just experience what he experienced. And what it turned out to be was he was so worried about not meeting his quota that made him rush. But at the end of the day, he was finishing an hour and 15 minutes, doing nothing for an hour and 15 minutes after cleaning. But I explained to him, I said, so why do you feel you're going to rush? What's the fear? Well, I may not get all the pots cast. And what does that cost? Well, it'll cost nothing because I'll just put that clay back into the plunger. Okay, so why are you rushing? I don't really know, Mark. So, it is just about slowing down, about... That guy could have been doing what he's doing for the next 20 years. But the fact that I took the time in his work life to understand his constraints and just give him a different perspective. That is sometimes all it takes, is having a different perspective on life, different perspective on the process, and a different viewpoint. Luckily, since then, there's been no bank's head, there's been no cuts, and so on and so forth. So just pay to get dirty some of the time. Okay, so what is the priority of building culture and engaged employees is the objective. So if employees truly are an organisation's best asset, and their care and support should be a precondition. Companies say all the time, and I'll reiterate it, companies say they are our main asset. Prove it. Proof is in the pudding. Because without the pudding, you've got no culture. People just say it's just another empty word, empty statement, it's another piece of paper, that's just, please don't do that. So, very important at the organisational level, and engagement starts with each person, and that is subjective. This goes back to the Bradley curve. When I say people are subjective, people are different. What works for one person isn't going to work for another. That's why you need to get down to the root. Without getting down to the root, you are not going to make a change. People ask me, Mark, how long does it take to change a culture? That depends on how much you train your people. Train your leaders, have great supervisors, great leaders, great coaches, and it will be quicker and more realistic. You don't train them, it will never happen. But don't be fooled. A safety program such as this, the foundation that I use, is still going to take at least 18 months, even to get a sniff of success. Because there's so much in between that you need to ensure that you do first. Okay. I kind of like what I'm learning from others. You know, I've never learned as much just by listening, being a sponge. So what are the questions that we should ask ourselves each and every day? Can you remember what we said? I'm going to explain them now.
Are you treated with dignity and respect by others?
Yeah. Are you given the tools to the meaning in your life? And do you get recognised for what you do? So I did a very dangerous experiment. I actually wrote these questions down and gave it to 100 staff. I said, write down what you feel is the answer to that. I'll give you a few days to put the answer down, but I want you to be honest. I want you to be honest. And this is the fundamental thing. If we're not willing to accept the crap that comes back, give up. But if you're willing to take on board what those guys are going to say and do something about it, you've got a chance. You've got a real good chance. Didn't get 100 back because I said to them, I do not, I'm not enforcing you to do this. You do this if you feel that you want to do it. And I did get some back. Some just says yes, yes and yes, which, to be fair, it could have been no, no and no, so I'll take it. But it's about accepting, what I'm trying to get at is it's about accepting what's coming back. And when you get that back, it's about what you do with that counts. Getting the people involved, making sure that you are going to be doing something about it. Okay, so I'm going to split these down a little bit. And again, you can take some of this information off these answers because it just breaks it down. So, what can we do is to treat all employees with dignity and respect? Talk with them. You'll be surprised what you find out just by having a conversation with somebody. Listen to their opinions, listen to their experience. You don't know what they've been doing for the last 20 years if you've not engaged with them before. They may have some real good ideas. If they feel valued, they're going to feel it's well worth doing that work. And ask them, how are they able to accomplish so much with the consistent quality and safety? How can you do what you do with what you've got? Have you got the right tools to do that? Show appreciation for work contributions. We'll talk about that in a little minute. So what tools can we provide to help employees find meaning in their work life? That is a very difficult question to ask someone who casts sinks for a living. What do you mean? Got meaning in their life. Work's work, home's home. End of. So what I mean by that is seek their suggestions, acknowledge their values, show gratitude for their contributions, and demonstrate that you care for their actual well-being. And you're not just asking them just because of the sake of it. Show that you actually care. Okay, final question on this. What can we do to recognise employees for what they do? Guarantee you ask anybody in your workforce, on the shop floor, figuratively speaking, do you get recognised for what you do? No, don't get paid enough. Agreed? Yeah? Don't get paid enough. Okay. So observe their actions, give them positive feedback on specific actions they do. This is the buzzword now, positive reinforcement. It is such an American term, I have the American director come over, and his way of positive reinforcement is fist bump and chest pops. And I'm like, come on, mate, you're in Wolverhampton now. Should have been doing anything. You know, but what I'm trying to get at now is positive reinforcement is the right thing to do. If you don't know your people, that positive reinforcement could come across completely wrong. But if you know your person, you'll know that, you know, a firm handshake or a hug is the positive reinforcement. Not going around saying, you know, where's your safety glasses, where's your group, because that's a negative action, you know. Rewarding someone with praise and, well, you know, thank you very much. I've just witnessed making safety observations. I've just witnessed you doing what you've just done. I'd like to say, well done, you know, whichever way you want to say it. But positive reinforcement is absolutely critical in the right context. Because if you don't know the people, and then you go and fist bump someone, when you walk off, that's going to be a white tosser. Bloody fist bumping me before, I never bloody spoke to me before. So it's about knowing your people. Know your people, know how to respond, know how to positively reinforce. I know so many people in my organisation, a Krispy Kreme wins every single time. Well, I can't tell you the tricks then. Okay, so our safety management system is injury prevention. This is good actually. So the performance is directly related to the value or absence of value from senior management. This is the first time we've mentioned senior management in this presentation. But this is make or break as well. Because if you don't see the grown-ups doing what we're doing, it's going to have a negative effect. So some key things that you should see your senior management doing. And if you don't see them doing this and you're trying to create this behavioural program, you need to get your size 10s on and kick it swift up the arse. Because without doing these things, what I'm about to show you, it will not work. I'm not going to read through these, by the way. You can read them yourself. But I've highlighted one which is, I think, is one of the critical ones. Reviewing safety action plans in specific sites. Now, however you manage that, whether you have an annual agenda, so you know what you're doing every single month. For me, it's absolutely critical that directors know what's going on, from occupational health assessments, from risk assessment reviews, from global conference calls for safety statistics. It's absolutely key. Having directors walking around making positive safety observations, for me, has been a revelation working for this company, because I've never known it before. They've always said, safety is the health and safety manager's job. What a crock of shit. It is absolutely no way the safety manager's job. Safety, like I mentioned, is a precondition in every single role of an organisation. And it's the job of the enabler of this safety programme to make that awareness to all the employees. Because if they don't understand that is a precondition, like breathing, then they're never going to know. Everybody got that? By the way, we can have copies of all these. That's not a problem. Okay, so pinpointed behaviours. When I was looking at this particular topic, it absolutely made my brain melt. It really, really did. So I've kind of gone the dumbed down version because the actual technical way is absolutely mind-boggling. You know, pinpointing it as a science itself, which is absolutely critical in understanding how we pinpoint behaviours in the workplace. You know, we can engage with the employee, we can understand what makes them tick. But if we, as leaders, and as enablers of these programs, can't pinpoint certain behaviours, then we're at a loss. That's not working. Okay, so the first step in designing a behavioural safety process is pinpointing the areas in precise detail, a list of critical safety actions. For example, I can give one example, working in a foundry, you've got 1200 degrees of molten brass, and then someone operating without any safety gloves on, unsafe behaviour. So, what is the difference? So what is the behaviour of the difference between that and an action? I kind of didn't understand that question when I first asked it myself. So a good description of a target on behaviour will involve movement. I'm going to give you an example now of what that actually means. Hits ball, slaps hands, bites food, waves hands, writes word. Me man, you woman. But if we look at it in a different context, then the action then becomes a behaviour. Hits ball with a bat. Slaps hands when given a high five. Bites food during lunch. He's putting that end stop onto that process. There needs to be some sort of movement to make it a behaviour. Without movement, there's no behaviour. So what is behaviour? It's an action, anything a person says or does. Simple as that. So question. Personality, attitude or intelligence are examples of workplace behaviour. Yes? No? What would you say? Personality, attitude or intelligence are examples of workplace behaviours. So, quick and easy answer to that is no. These are labels, or assumptions, or abstractions. They are not specific actions. Okay, so, getting towards the end now, but this, for me, is the most powerful part because this is where it gets everything together. I'm an active follower of a guy called Scott Geller. Does anybody know Scott Geller in this room? Hands up if you know Scott Geller.
Not personally.
I do. No, Scott Geller is a behavioural psychologist. 47 years he's dedicated to behavioural psychology. Absolute superstar. He's got a book called Actively Care for People and a handbook called The Psychology of Safety Handbook. Again, really good. It costs 140 quid, but really good. If you get on Google, you can download the PDF for free. So yeah, boundaries, and barriers. So what do you think about when you say barriers? What do you think about? For me, I think of rules. I think of regulations. And I think of restrictions. See, we've got leaders, we've got teachers, we've got parents who hold us accountable in relation to these. But that's not a bad thing. I kind of need to be held accountable. If I'm not, I'm a bit of a loose cannon. So I'm quite happy about that. But I think of these leaders and teachers and parents, they inspire us. They inspire us to go above and beyond. Above and beyond our call of duty. Not because we are told to, but because we want to. So this is how we make it happen. How can we inspire people and ourselves to be self-motivated? Quite easy. Empowerment. So there's a management version of empowerment where they go, I empower you to get these 365,000 boxes packed in a 10-hour shift. Feel empowered, crack on. I'm talking about a different kind of empowerment. I'm talking about people feeling empowered. People feeling empowered is massively different to being told you're empowered. And that's what I'm asking. How do we get people, as part of this behavioural safety programme, to feel empowered? Let me tell you, we asked them 3 questions. It's funny, it's going to get a trend with these 3 questions. So, first question, and I'll suggest you write this one, please down. Can I do it? That is called self-efficacy. Can I do it? We've got knowledge, time and training. Can I do it? Second question. Will it work? What is being asked requires education. Will it work? So first question, can I do it? Second question, will it work? So, I've mentioned education, I've mentioned training. Is there a difference? You know there's a difference. We're in school, we're at education. We go to college, higher education. We go to industry, training. There's got to be a difference. So let me ask you a question. This is the penultimate difference. Would you prefer your kids to have sex education or sex training? There is a difference. Okay, so first, can I do it? Self-efficacy. Will it work? Is it worth it? Selection by consequence. What does that actually mean? Selection by consequence. Well, let me tell you exactly what that means. We always do something because there's something we want from it. Positive or negative. A thief will rob a bank because he wants some money. Yeah? We will go above and beyond the duty of care that we need to because we want to achieve a certain status. Selection by consequence. That is by a psychologist called B.F. Skinner. Tell you something, beyond dignity and boundaries, that will change your life. Read that book by B.F. Skinner in 1970 something. We have to convince people it's worth it. That is the hard bit. That is the hard bit. That is what takes the time. Making sure that we set up the steps throughout the programme and convincing people, do you know what? It is worth it. Because we will get zero by choice. You will come to work and will not get injured by making the right decisions. It is difficult. It takes time. It takes exerted effort. If they feel competent in doing worthwhile work, guess what? They will feel empowered. So you've got to feel competent in doing worthwhile work. Feedback, recognition. Everything that I'll talk to you about this evening is the fundamental basics. There's nothing higher level than what I've talked to you about tonight. These are the fundamental basics. And it's down for you then to build on those basics. Understand your workforce. Identify the weak areas. Engage with your employees. Have a vision for them to follow. Small vision, big vision doesn't matter. And ultimately zero by choice. That is where we're going to get to. By valuing your employees, understanding what they are all about and what their issues and concerns are, giving them positive reinforcement, valuing them as an employee is the winning solution for any behavioural safety programme. Without that, you will definitely struggle. with it you'll succeed, but it takes persistence. Show them that they're valued. Thank you very much. That is the end of my presentation. Any questions whatsoever? We're going to swip over to slide down now. Hopefully I didn't mumble too much. So just bear with me a second. I'll just flip over. Has anybody got any questions just off the shop floor? Yeah?
Hold on. Do you think you don't see an organisation that has actually got to independence? I think it's quite a few organisations where talking about behavioural safety and a lot of companies will be on the show, they always reduce their accidents by this much. But it seems like nobody's actually quite got to independence, even probably one didn't. So
Well,
where do you think your organisation is on that journey? Do you think you're
we are in between dependent and independent, and we are always trying. Then we'll get a batch of people to go into interdependent. That's great, but I think to always be up there, that's to say I know everything, I've done everything. It's okay to be in the independent stage. You know, it's very important for you to ask the people, because it's all well and good you're asking the top brass, and they'll say, oh yeah, everyone's right up here. But it's about accepting reality and saying, well, everyone is independent. When I started this programme, more than 75% of people put themselves independent. I thought, geez, what a challenge have I got now to convert them. A year later, they're independent. Sometimes go back into dependent, but that's just because they're experiencing new things. Trying new things and expanding on their experiences and their knowledge, what I talked about earlier on. But it is possible, when I talked about the company Alcoa, global company, their accident rating was 0.026, whatever it was. It is possible, but it takes a team. It does take a team. There's no I in this, it is a we. And if you ever come across it as an I, you are fighting a losing battle. I do believe, absolutely, but you do split either way.
Has your business done health and safety culture survey? Because part of the process.
Absolutely, I think that it's very important that if you are going to do a survey, that you do before you even think about starting. Because you may put 1,000 surveys out and get 500 back, but it is important to do a survey. Absolutely, you can map that out. But using a structured program to get that information, someone may put a tiny one on a survey, but actually when it's your supervisors and your leaders engaging with your workforce and actually getting the raw data from them, doing the safe observations, that then becomes more powerful than a survey. Absolutely, after 12 months, do another survey, but that only do it every 12 months or something. Probably like a 3-year cycle is probably more beneficial, because it takes a long time for these to take stance. So yes.
Can I ask maybe a naive question?
What's going on?
I've been reading around behavioural safety change, and I've been reading around culture change.
Yeah.
Are they muddled into the same thing now?
I would say, my personal experience, I would say yes, because we look at behaviours and culture, and safety is a precondition of every activity. So whether you're looking at the culture, whether you're looking at the behaviours, absolutely, it is a behavioural safety culture. So I would say they are intertwined. And that, go back 50 years and there'll be two people arguing with you. B.F. Skinner would be one of them. But certainly over the time, as we've evolved, they're certainly top, they're certainly locked arms, a bit part of the same process now.
I think people use the terms interchangeable.
Absolutely.
So that's fine.
Yeah, I think they mean the same thing. So it's just by definition.
I always feel that when you talk about culture,
you're talking like a shared belief, like a whole culture of people. Whereas behaviour is more singular and groups. Whereas you want the groups to become a culture for change. That's how I look at it.
Culture's collective, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Whereas like when you've got groups of behaviour within a company, you might have good behaviour, bad behaviour, but what you're trying to create a positive culture.
The whole behavioural change leads to cultural change.
Yeah.
Or culture, behaviour.
Yeah, if it's a bad culture,
Yeah.
bad behaviour.
Yeah.
Chicken and the egg.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's all about climate and culture. The one is looking at what individuals say and believe. The other is about actually what your observable indicators are, what you see around the place. Actually, do you observe what actually is being said by the individuals and that's how they're going to come together?
Yeah, and that's a very key buzzword there, is about observations, and I mentioned it through the presentation. It's about having those safe observations in your organisation. You know, without those observations, you're not going to pinpoint those behaviours. Without pinpointing the behaviours, you'll be able to call the corrective action. You know, and have that engagement, have those different conversations, and those correct. One thing I got told before is it is very hard to manage what you can't measure. True, absolutely. Some things you might not do. Okay, so some of the questions here. Yes, absolutely. The presentation will be uploaded and made freely available. Mark, a truly inspirational presentation. Well done, mate. Well, thank you, Michelle. Right. There you go. Thanks, Michelle. Great presentation. Thank you, mate. So, no, appreciate it. To be fair, a little bit anxious. This ain't my forte. You know, I taught the back legs off a donkey. You know, but you know, if you took anything from it, fantastic. You know, there's a lot more behind this. You know, than I could probably present in an hour. You know, a lot of things to it. Oh, another one. Okay, so employee involvement is a key in behavioural safety. Do you find that high management make it difficult to achieve good behavioural safety? Okay, so my answer to that question is absolutely 100%. There are very few lucky companies where safety is integrated right at the top, and it's down to us to make them as well engaged with the process. Senior management, you know, from a small family business to a large blue chip company, see that responsibility as somebody else's, the safety managers or whatever. So yeah, I do agree. They do make it difficult. If they make it difficult, you will not succeed. It's that clear cut. You will not succeed. It needs to come right from the top. Zero by choice. Yes.
There's a point about that. I work with schools, so it's a bit different to this, but you can apply some of the concepts to schools. And sometimes it's maybe about us as safety advisors being brave enough to say, you're blocking this, mate.
Yes.
And I had that situation where I had a completely overburdened head teacher, and I had audited them and gave them recommendations for improvement for years on end. And in the end I had to say, look, you need to delegate this. If you can't deal with it, you're the blocking and you're stopping things happening and you're illegal and your organisations are dangerous. And I was blunt. And he was brave enough to take it. You said ask the questions, live with the consequences.
Right.
He delegated, he spent money on their training, and today, I went into one of those schools yesterday, and the head of school, it's been delegated to, said she's set up a people health and safety council. Each of those classrooms has a representative. She is held to account once a week by those people who bring all their concerns to her. They write them into their Facebook book and they have into account as well. And they want feedback every week about what's being done about their concerns. So you can start small, but maybe you need to be brave sometimes and state the obvious.
Just imagine where you'd be if you had asked that difficult question or that conversation.
And I felt bad about it and thought, oh shit, it's probably going to complain to me about
How do you feel now?
But I was very blunt. And I thought, I just got to the end of the tail, I can't be nice enough. So sometimes you have to.
Brilliant. Thank you. Any more questions?
I've got a quick one more.
Yes, Ted.
You basically answered the question there that I was going to ask. But so I've got a couple of clients that are small businesses, and I'm in the exact same position as what she is, where that the issue isn't with the employees, the issue is with the directors. It's a family company, a dad and 2 sons, and they just feel that like that doesn't anything applies to them. When I'm not there, the health and safety representatives report back saying that it's like they just carry on doing normal duties now, PP, etc., etc. I've tried to talk to them in regards to, you know, different ways of trying to persuade them to have a change in culture and behaviour. This is to anyone here really, any different techniques I can use before I have to do that.
So let me say this to you. Say to this person, why do you feel safety is not your responsibility? Why do you as an employer feel that you are not responsible for the well-being of your staff? Why do you explain to me? Explain to me why you feel it's not your responsibility. If you then give you a justified answer, which there ain't going to be one, you know, but then you can start building on that. But, you know, it's about asking the good question. Fundamentally, you know, it is the one thing that you've got to break that barrier there and then ask that question and give them a reality check. Listen, you know, do you want to get a job this month? How long do you want to go for? Be that blunt. Don't tittle around, just do it, because you'll be wasting your time and their time, potentially an accident's waiting to happen, because you're tempting fate. They are dependent on rules, they're dependent on regulations and guidance, rather than understanding, actually, I'm not going to walk past that guy standing on a forklift on a pallet 16 feet in the air. I'm going to stop him, because if he falls off, that's my responsibility. I'm going to feel personally responsible if that he can't feed his children, if he can't pay his mortgage payment. Because it all starts from, well, nothing's going to happen. But let me tell you something. From that nothing happening, that near miss could have a massive effect on somebody. Psychologically, then be signed off work, then runs out of sick pay, then can't pay his mortgage. Then his wife leaves him, takes the kids, can't pay the mortgage, loses his house, ends up on the street. You see these guys in the doorways of Yates's, the doorways of McDonald's. Go and ask one of these people when you see them, how did you get there, mate? Would many people say, I got here because nothing happened? Ask the question. Put it to them, don't tell them around it. Have that difficult conversation, ask that difficult question. The weight of the world will be relieved off your shoulders. I kid you not. I kid you not. There's no point messing about it being like that.
Because the thing is, it's having a back effect. Because the employees are getting that stress that they're trying to do their best and feel that it's not working with the management.
Well, then we no arms and no legs because they'll bring the peer pressure to do the wrong thing rather than the right thing.
I think also, I've had experiences of that, and I've had to question, do I want to continue working with that client?
Yeah.
Because you're just banging your head against a brick wall, and I don't want, if anything goes wrong, it's on my conscience. I've gone as far as I can with trying to educate them. So I walked away because it was too much hassle.
But in my setting, my client was paying for my service, but ignoring my advice. He was wasting his money.
Yeah, that's exactly the same. I walked away.
Sometimes that was part of the conversation. Think to why am I here?
Yeah.
Well, I went from construction, so I've got a lot of people who don't want to do what they know they should be doing. Right? And what we do, the thing that we found that's worked the best is if you say to somebody's going to die, right, that doesn't work. It doesn't work. People just go into denial, don't listen. Right? What you have to do is you have to get them to tell you what the consequence will be. Right? We had the HSL came out and we had the psychologist and they say what it is if you think through the consequences and you voice those consequences, you are far more likely not to do what it was that you didn't want that person to do in the first place. So if you've got somebody who thinks it's perfectly acceptable not to wear a PPE, right? You say to them, well, what would happen if you don't wear glasses? And they say, nothing will happen. I'm out more glasses, like this, you know. There's a picture trending at the moment on Facebook where somebody's had things over there. Yeah. Okay. But if you can get somebody to think that's what the consequence is, right, and they actually say that, they are far more likely, it's just your basic human psychology, you are far more likely to be compliant than if you are told it, you are shown it, or whatever else, okay? So what you've got to do is you've got to get that conversation with them so that they actually talk through why it is, what the consequences will be if they don't do it. And you are far more likely to get the answer and the change than if you just say to them, you're going to end up in jail. Because they don't believe that's going to be true.
I'll tap it first again, so just within our financial, to the directors usually, you start talking about money, that usually, in 80% of the people I've spoken to, that's what they're doing, because they're worried about money. That's what most of the market within the smaller businesses are about.
Well, what I would suggest is, like, there's plenty of examples online. You all see when they come up, like certain firms being fined a certain amount of money for doing this, Y and Z. What you need to do is look online for certain examples that are key to what you're talking to them about. Print them off, give them that information, email them. Give them that information, put it in front of them. A, it's giving you documentation that you've told them and the compliance and what could go wrong. And B, it's putting it right in their face.
Yeah.
So we talked earlier on about employee engagement, how it improves productivity and reduce the risk of having an accident. So, you know, maybe that's an added conversation with them about, you know, actively engaging on a positive stance, rather than not getting involved or even understanding the constraints, the issues, the concerns. When you start listening to the people on the shop floor, they're going to feel valued, as I mentioned, work safer, get more out the door, and ultimately make more money. So those are the things I'd say.
Can I just say, with all these comments with actually saying to directors and people like that, in that position, that if you cannot sort of get through and the message doesn't, because everyone believes, you know, she quite rightly say that, oh, that's not applying to me, I'll be all right. And it's actually saying, right, without putting it in writing, I think it's very good, for one, and just writing as to why you can't continue to give the advice and recommendation because of their failure not to follow it through. I mean, if you're in that position to do that, because it actually faces that with them and the reasons why. So it's another way to actually challenge it, not just verbally, but you're putting it in writing, which is then read in a much more serious way. It's another means. Because these are all different tactics you're using to actually get people on board. And, you know, everyone's got a whole array of different tactics we're just hearing tonight, which is actually really good in trying, right, I'll try A, B and C, now let's try this one. But at the end of the day, you're coming to that walking away and writing why if they don't change their behaviour, you cannot keep doing this. It's like a repetitive record. So you have to either back out and put it in writing.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have a good answer to this next month, conveniently, because we've got Jason Anker coming along, who, if you don't know, should have asked his management why, or perhaps said no, climbed the ladder and fell off, and he, of course, is now in a wheelchair. I think he lost his family for a bit, became dependent, alcoholic for a while, and drugs. And he's certainly going to paint a very clear picture of why you should be asking these sorts of things. So I think that's a very good case study next month, unfortunately. Unfortunately for us.
And as well next month, whether his opinion of before the incident and after the incident will change dramatically.
Definitely.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So of course he's had all these difficult questions. It's a great opportunity to come along next month to hear what his advice is from his experience of it.
Well, if we could ask kindly for your feedback, it would be very much appreciated. And have that coming on your way out, as well as your name badges, that would be very much appreciated. And I'd just like to say thank you very much for your continued support, and we'll see you next month.